Are you on the fence about buying a PlayStation 5? If that's the case, then you found the right video. Hey, what's up everyone? Wes here and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're going to be talking about all of the reasons why you should buy a PS5 at launch. But before we get started, did you know that over 77% of the people watching this channel and video are not subscribed? Well, now you do. So do me a favor and hit the subscribe button with your notifications turned on. And once you've done that, let's get started with today's topic of discussion. With every new console generation, the two gaming juggernauts, the PlayStation and the Xbox, restart the never-ending battle to compete for our time and money, and this generation has made things quite interesting and has left some gamers a little bit on the fence about what console they should choose this holiday season, especially now that Microsoft has somewhat figured out what they're doing with the Xbox brand. But regardless, the decision is still quite tough, especially if you're only able to afford one or the other. In this video, I'm going to discuss the main reasons why you should consider picking up a PlayStation 5 at launch. The controller. One of the biggest upgrades to the PS5 outside of the specs has to be the DualSense controller. It features haptic feedback similar to that of an iPhone or the Nintendo Switch Joy-Con, adaptive triggers which adds a new layer of immersion that the controller offers, and essentially you'll be able to tell the difference between shooting a shotgun and a machine gun. DualSense also has a new form factor for the controller that looks pretty similar to that of the Xbox controller, which should make things even more comfortable to use, especially for longer game sessions. The PlayStation 5 controller has a built-in microphone, so now you aren't required to plug in a microphone to chat with your friends in game or in a PlayStation party chat. And lastly, the DualSense controller is finally adopting USB Type-C. The days of micro USB are finally over, and for that reason, I'm super excited to use the PS5's DualSense controller. The solid-state drive. For the first time in the PlayStation console history, the PS5 will feature a super fast 825GB NVMe M.2 SSD. Now you're probably wondering what that actually means, and to put it into simpler terms, think about the days on the PS3 of you booting up Skyrim or whatever game for the millionth time, and then think about how long that took. Back in those days, you could take an entire nap and still be waiting for your fast travel to Whiterun to finally finish. And don't even get me started about whenever you have to reload a save. It felt like an eternity. Now think about all of those experiences you had with loading screens and then practically remove all of them. The specs and technology of the SSD and the PlayStation 5 should make it so loading screens are a thing of the past. Yeah, I know it's a super strange concept, but that is definitely where things are going. Ps5 Digital Edition. Sony is finally joining the all-digital movement of gaming with the release of the PlayStation 5 console. During the Future of Gaming event, they showcased two versions of the PlayStation 5, the physical disc version and the all-digital edition. The days of consoles having a disc drive are slowly coming to an end, and I personally could not be happier. As someone who primarily plays games on PC, I really haven't had the need to have a physical copy of a game for a while. Now, sure, there's nothing wrong with having physical versions of games. They have added perks like collector's editions, being able to easily trade and sell your games at GameStop or Best Buy to get some of your money back, and the fact that the PS5 has a beastly 4K Blu-ray player for all of your 4K movie needs. But there is nothing better than being able to boot up all of your games in your entire library without having to manage discs. Oh, and it's also worth mentioning that the all-digital edition is rumored to be upwards of $50 cheaper than the physical edition of the PS5. 4K gaming. At the end of the previous generation of consoles, we started to slowly see an emphasis on 4K gaming, especially with the release of the PS4 Pro and the Xbox One X. But the PlayStation 5 is going to take those efforts and ramp them up to the max. Sony's new console will have a heavy focus on 4K gaming at 60 frames per second. Now, if you come from PC gaming, you're probably wondering how a console is able to manage 4K at 60 FPS, especially when your current rig with your RTX 2080 has a hard time doing it, but it's not out of the realm of possibility. AMD's new line of Navi GPUs are capable of handling 4K at 60 as they are built for high resolution gaming and ray tracing. Now, whether or not we're going to get true 4K gaming with ray tracing or a variable resolution, it's yet to be known. And I, for one, am looking forward to the slew of videos from Digital Foundry dissecting the PlayStation 5, the games, and vetting all of their claims of 4K at 60 FPS. 3D audio. The PlayStation 5 utilizes a cutting-edge technology that was developed by Sony called the Tempest engine, which is effectively a hardware chip inside the PS5 that will be powering the audio and can even boost the performance of some games. We'll go into that in another video though. 3D audio is a technique that makes sounds appear to be coming from all around you depending on where you are, so it's relative. For instance, if you're in a room and someone knocks on a door to the left of you, you're going to hear the knock from the left, but it's going to be in a precise location. If you've ever used Dolby Atmos, this is a similar technique, but this one was developed specifically for the PlayStation 5. The dashboard. With the release of the PS5, we will be getting a brand new dashboard experience that is said to be completely changing with no pixel untouched. If you think back to the Future of Gaming press conference, you'll remember a short snippet of what the new dashboard will look like, and as you can see, it looks similar to the startup of the PS4, but it has a completely different vibe to it, which I'm a fan of. I've always liked the PlayStation's dashboard, but it's never really been a strong suit for them, so I'm super excited to see what this new one looks like, and better yet, how it will perform. With the new solid-state drive in the PS5, I would hope that their new dashboard is the fastest in all of gaming, but better yet, I want it to be the easiest to use and not filled with a bunch of clutter, but I'm certain that PlayStation will crush it. Backwards compatibility. It is officially confirmed that the PS5 will be backwards compatible with PS4 games, and according to Mark Cerny, almost all of the top 100 PlayStation 4 games will be playable at launch. Now, we don't exactly know which of the top 100 PS4 games will be playable, but Cerny said that the games will be ranked by playtime, which is good, I guess. Now, there is a rumor that every single PS4 will be playable and PlayStation won't bar you from playing those games, but only the top 100 games will be tested. Now, Sony is yet to confirm if we will see any backwards compatibility with the previous generation PlayStation consoles like the PS3, PS2, or the original PlayStation, and I'm hopeful we'll get some sort of out-of-the-box compatibility, but it's not looking like the case. The likely scenario is that all of the old school PlayStation games will be only available on the cloud streaming service PlayStation Now, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. Last but very not least, exclusive games. The PlayStation 4 marked one of the most successful generations for exclusive games on the platform, and the PlayStation 5 is undoubtedly going to continue that success. PlayStation recently unveiled the new name for their first-party game devs, which is now dubbed PlayStation Studios, from the likes of Naughty Dog, Insomniac, Sony Santa Monica, Guerrilla Games, Sucker Punch Productions, Ben Studios, and a bunch more, all of which are world-class developers who are hard at work releasing games from the likes of Spider-Man Miles Morales, Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart, Horizon Forbidden West, and many more that have yet to be revealed. If PlayStation's dominance of exclusive games continues into the next generation, then you should definitely consider buying a PlayStation 5. Now, one thing is for certain, buying consoles, especially new ones at launch, can be a risky gamble. So if you have the money to buy a PS5, I strongly recommend it, but just be careful when you buy one at launch. That's gonna wrap it up with this video, guys. Let me know what your thoughts are. Are you gonna be buying a PlayStation 5 console? Are you going to get the digital edition? Are you going to get the physical? And will you be buying it on day one? Let me know in the comment section below, guys. As always, do me a favor, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel with your notifications on, and don't forget to follow me on Twitter. The link is in the description. And until next time, this has been Wes, and I will see you on the next video.
Oh, thank you.